Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and welcome to show and tell number 108. I did remember to check this week. I hope you guys have had a fantastic week. Just a quick reminder, my Spook Your Spring Mal is getting ready to come to an end next week, so please get your entries in. You can enter on my Facebook group, which is in the description box down below, or you can also send me an email with your entries. I've gotten a couple entries via email already and have been trying to respond to everybody as much as possible. Thank you guys so much for participating. This has been so much fun for me, and I'm enjoying seeing all the makes. Today we got the doily that's got little ghosties going around it. Somebody did it in worsted weight, so it's like a table topper, and now I'm like, I don't have a little round table right now, but I kind of want to make it like that. Anyway, yeah, so I'm very excited, and I am so grateful that so many people have decided to participate in my Halloween in May. Let's have fun. Make along. Yeah. I still haven't finished a single one of my Halloween makes yet. This is why it's so hard to get them done in October. I'm getting pretty close though, but we'll talk about that. I do have a progress update here. So I do have a basket full of things here, and I do have a lot of finished objects in this basket. So let's rock and roll on and get to going. So I do have some dishcloths. This is my third loop half double crochet round dishcloth, and I finished it off with a third loop single crochet. I haven't woven in the ends on the dishcloths yet because I've been working on them in the car, and I keep forgetting to take my tapestry needles with me in the car. This is my lemon peel stitch dishcloth, and these are both Premier Home Cotton. This is an orange, and this is pickle juice or pickle splash, something like that. Let's see, I've got a couple more in here, so I got things I want to talk about later too. So this is my, I think, next to the last sugar and cream. And this is red, just straight up red. And these are two third loop half double crochets. And I ended up with like a little dishy coaster. I still like these for scrubbing dishes with, and I use the big claws for doing like countertops and everything. But I do a reverse single crochet or crab stitch around the border of these, and it makes it to where you can just get in the while you're doing dishes. I actually prefer these for dishes and like these for cleaning. I know that's a little weird, but yeah, the sugar and cream went way far, and I think I did. These are the same number of rounds, but one is using an I hook and one is using an H hook, so like one is a little bit bigger than the other one. I was just testing which way I like better. I do like the H hook better on that. Let's go with these two next. So at the end of last month, I shared with you guys in my Yarn Bingo video that I had started the Fade Away shawl. I will have a link for that in the description box down below. And I actually finished this last night. I didn't weave in my last end here, but this is the Fade Away shawl. And it's made for using two of the Lion brand ombre cakes like this. This is using the Hobie King Cotton. I don't have the ball band, so I can't tell you like colors or anything, but it's a nice big cotton shawl. I obviously haven't blocked it since I just finished it last night, but it turned out really pretty. I really like the combination of the singles with the eyelet rows. So I'm pretty excited to have this done. And I am thinking I've got the weird Lion brand one that's like a size, I think it says it's a size 1. And I was thinking about pairing it with a DK weight, like maybe this gray or something. And do like, that way you have the one color change thing going on. And then you have a solid carrying it through. But I'm so excited to get this cake used. I love pink and black together. And the fading with the gray, it's actually white. The reason why I didn't show this a while back, because you really couldn't see the difference on camera of the pink to the white until you got to one strand of the pink here. And then it goes from the white to the black, or white to the gray, and then gray to the black. So yeah, that is done. And I mean, that's just one cake, one 200-gram cake. So I mean, that's a nice size shawl for a sports weight. I did drop down a hook size because I couldn't find my J hook. So I just used an I hook because I have 900 of those. So it would have been a little bit airier and probably had a little bit more drape had I used the J, but I'm perfectly happy with it with the I hook. And then the next shawl I did, this is actually using 3 of the Karen cupcakes that came with little pom-poms on top. This needs to be washed and blocked desperately. It's very, very dense, but this is done in the linen stitch. But since it's so stiff and it's kind of wonky unblocked, I've got like the top turning down and stuff. It shouldn't do that. It's actually a straight edge, so I'm not quite sure why I'm getting that. My manager just showed up. I'm not quite sure why that center section wants to droop down. So I do need to wash this, dry it, kind of soften the fibers up, and I will probably still have to Pippin. Stop clawing my table. I think I'm going to get a desk to set up on, and that way it's a little bit more sturdy than my cutting table is. But yeah, I really like how this has turned out. I like the way, once again, using these cakes, I love using stitches that kind of hide where the color changes are. That way I don't have to color control. And I'm sure there's color changes in there, but, oh, there's one. I kind of have to look for it because they don't stand out when you do things. Like with knitting, they don't stand out as much when you do seed stitch. It doesn't stand out as much when you do things like the linen stitch because you're already having the zigzagging pattern. It doesn't stand out as much when you do anything that has like continuous constant texture. So, but that's 3 of those out of my stash. I do have some chunky ones, and I think that's all the sport ones of those that I had left. So now those are out of my stash and gone. I love those colors. I did go on to Knit Picks and look at the Brava and try to pick colors that are as close to these as possible. I know like that was like Tidal Pool, and I think that was Peapod. But I want to come back to this color story because I really love how these colors work together. At first, like in the cake, like it's obvious that I like these. These are pretty. But when they were worked together, something magic happened with these. So I want to come back to this color story, but I wanted a yarn that I liked more. This was a little dry to work with. So I'm kind of glad I don't have any more, but I do want to come back to those colors. So I went and checked out a place that I knew would have a lot of colors. Knit Picks has a lot of colors of Brava. This is my Brava Worsted and Brava Sport. But, yeah. And I am thinking about doing a linen stitch stole with those instead of the triangular shawl. There's not a pattern for that. I know there's a pattern out there for something very similar. That one I just kind of did on the fly. It starts with a chain 3 out of a chain 3 off a circle. No, chain 4 off the circle. No, chain 3. I was right. Chain 3 off the circle, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then chain 1, single, chain 1, double. And then when you come back around, it's chain 3, single in the first hole. And then when you get to the point, it's single, chain 2, single, chain 1, and then single in the holes. Chain 1, single, or single, chain 1 around up until the edge. And then in the last stitch, you should have a single chain one double in the last hole up there. So that's all that is. And it's just repeated back and forth down the shawl. The pattern that's out there, I think actually has a different shape. If I'm like the one I did many, many moons ago. But yeah, so that's what I did for that one. It was not nearly as difficult as I make it sound. This is why it's very hard to communicate what I do when I don't have a pattern for things. And last but not least, in my WIPs and FOs basket here, we have my progress on the Bride of Frankenstein wig. So now I officially have an octopus. And I used purple as my accent color. Number one, that's the color I have the most of on hand is purple. But I also just prefer purple. But now I have the task of attaching all of my curls up. And then I still have to make six white curls. And I'm going to have to try it on once I get everything kind of tacked into place here. And pick where it's going to hit more or less on my temples to put those white curls in. But I got obviously I've got it stuffed now. It looks overstuffed and more bulbous than it should, but it's really not stuffed that heavy. When I tried it on as I was stuffing it, I realized I needed just a little bit more stuffing than probably necessary. And there's kind of like a donut hole effect going on in here for where my head fits inside of it best to give the best hair look versus hat look. So I did make this specifically for me, so I figured having it fit perfectly for my head was the way to go. But I'm very happy. Like, I'm over making spirals at this point, especially spirals in black, and having to do all the color changes to get the little highlight bits in the purple. But totally loving this. And I've been having fun, you know, taking pictures and sending them to my mom. And at one point I looked like I was going for a Rasta look because I had all these curls in the back. Now it's the cousin at squid hat. All right, well, fine, Pippin. I won't put my stuff down. Missed a thing. So yeah, I've got my dishcloths and stuff. I've got got some shawls done. Got my wig in progress. I didn't work on my plastic canvas at all this week. I'm hoping to get some of that done over the weekend. Hopefully my hat will be done by the 1st. At least get one done. I do have another Halloween-ish pattern that I would like to do, but I might hold off on that until August. Like I said, he hears me talking, sees me standing, and is like, I need to be a part of this. I need to be a part of this right now. I don't understand. Because normally he'll just stay across the room, like when I'm sitting on the floor. But no. Mommy's standing, so must make pest of self. He's the cutest little thing. It's a really good thing he's cute. But yeah, so it's I'll leave a link in the description box down below, but it's a filet crochet sweater that has a big skull face in the center of it. And I've got some of this Bravo. This isn't the right color, but it's very similar to this. It's, it's showing up on camera, red, but it's wine. And I'm thinking about doing it in wine instead of black or gray. But it's pretty cool. Y'all. I guess that's my cue to head out of here. Anyway, you guys, I hope you're having a fantastic week and weekend. I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Do check out the links down below. I have patterns for the fadeaway shawl, the sweater I was just telling you about, and the wig hat. Will you please? Nobody wants to see a beehole. Nobody wants to see your beehole. Sit in the basket. Y'all, I swear. And I wonder why I feel so discombobulated all the time. It's the world's cutest interruptions. Anyway, do check out the links down below. Check out the patterns, and I will see you guys real soon. I love you. Take care. Bye, guys.